next week is school day, probably because I don't know.
Okay, now it sounds like you were angry at someone, but doesn't matter. Okay, so Jenny, last time, remember for homework, we did this exercise. You remember?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to finish off the last part, okay? So the reading passage, remember this one, the high-tech crime fighting tool. So we've got A, B, C, D, and E, and F, okay? And then we're going to answer these questions 28 to 32, okay? But this is going to be part of the test, okay? So first, let's quickly read once again. Can you read A for us?
Crime fighting technology is getting more sophisticated, and rightly so. The police need to be equipped for the 21st century in Britain. We've already got the world's biggest DNA database. By next year, the state will have access to the genetic data of 4.25 million people, 1/3 space person, and 1,400,000 of those on a daily basis will never have been charged with a crime.
Okay, so what is the first passage about?
I mean, like, it's about the police needed to be equipped for the 21st century.
Yes.
And
okay.
Crime fighting technology is getting more sophisticated, and rightly so they need a way to kill those.
Okay, there we go. So that is what the first passage is about. Now, can you read for us the second passage, passage B, and then tell me what that one is about?
Britain is also reported to have more than 4 million CCTV closed-circuit television cameras. There is a continuing debate about effectiveness of CCTV. Some evidence to successfully identify terrorists and murders. However, they claim that better lighting is just as effective to prevent crime, and that cameras could displace crime. An international police report Saturday that only one crime was solved for every 10,000 cameras in London in 2007. In short, there's conflicting evidence about effectiveness of cameras, so it is likely that the debate will continue.
Okay, so what are they telling? What are they saying in passage B?
They are telling about the CCTV, about continuing debate about effectiveness, and some evidence are helpful to reduce shoplifting. It also happens, yeah. But also they said that they said that the cameras work well. Sometimes they didn't work much. So there are still conflicting evidence about the effectiveness of cameras.
Well said, Jenny. That was really good. Now, can you read for us passage C?
Professor Mike Press, who has spent the last decade studying how design can contribute to crime reduction, said that in order for CCTV to have any effect, it must be used in a targeted way. For example, a scheme in Manchester where records every silence belong to untouched or stolen car. This is an effective example of monitoring. He said most schemes that simply record citizenship continually, often not being watched, do not produce results. CCTV can also have the opposite effect of that intended. By property and personal safety, Professor Press said all the evidence suggests that weight of evidence will suggest the investment is more or less a waste of money unless you have lots of other things in place. He believed that the increase is driven by the marketing efforts of security companies to promote the crime-reducing benefit of the product. He described it as a lazy approach to crime prevention and said that authorities should instead be focusing on how to alter the environment to reduce crime.
Okay, so what is passage C about?
It is still saying about the CCTV effect, and it must be used in a targeted way, like a ski Manchester records every license plate or engines shopping on flats to allow to listen when one is found to belong on tax or stolen car. It can be monitoring and issues. A place we can see everything, but except that they have false sense of security and encourage them to be careless with property, personal safety.
Okay, and do they think it is a waste of money or not?
Yeah.
Okay, and then let's have a look at passage C, D. Can you read for us D?
But in reality, this is not what is happening. Instead, police is considering using more technologies. Police forces have recently begun experimenting with cameras in their helmets. The footage will be stored on the police computer along with the footage from thousands of CCTV cameras and millions of pictures from number plate recognition cameras used increasingly to check on motorists.
And what is passage C, D about?
Police are considering using more technology and recently experienced with cameras in their helmets.
Yes, well done. Okay, now let's have a look at passage E.
And now another type of technology is being introduced. Is called a microdrone, and it's a toy-sized remote control craft that hover above the street or crowd to film what's going on beneath. The microdrone has already been used to monitor rock festival, but its supplier also have been in discussion to supply it into Metropolitan Police in Soka, the serious organized crime agency. The drones are small enough to be unnoticed by people on the ground when they are flying at 350 feet. They contain high-resolution video and surveillance equipment and an infinite night vision capability. So even in the darkness, they give their own operators a bird's-eye view of location while remaining virtually undetectable.
Okay, so what is passage E about?
They are now making another type of technologies that is called a microdrone.
And what is a microdrone?
It's a toy-sized remote control craft that hover the street or crowds and film everything going on underneath.
Yes, perfect, well done. Now, can you read for us the last passage F?
The worrying thing is who will get access to this technology. Message site police are already employing two of the devices as part of pilot scheme to watch football crowds in City Park. Looking for antisocial behavior is not just crime detection. Midwest Fire Brigade is about to release a drone, for example, to get better view of fire and flood scheme in areas to attempt the environment. Agency is getting constant use for monitoring of illegal fly tipping and oil spills. Companies make the drone sales have no planned licensed equipment to individual or private companies, which hopefully will prevent security firms from getting their hands on them. But what about local authority? In theory, this technology could be used against monitors. And where would the surveillance society end? Already there are plans to introduce smart water containing a unique DNA code to identify that when certain suspect will cling on their clothes and skin and allow officers to identify them later. As long as high-tech tools are being used in fight against crime and terrorism, fine, but if it's another weapon to be used to invade our privacy, then we don't want it.
Okay, so what is passage F about?
People are worrying about who will access this technology, since most says that police are already employing 12 devices as part of pilot scheme to work through crowd and city park for antisocial behavior.
Okay, so now that you know what is each passage about, okay, so the reading of the 6 paragraphs, choose the most suitable headings for paragraph B to F from the list of headings below. Write the appropriate number in the spaces 28 to 32. There are more headings and paragraphs, so you will not use all of them. Okay, so the pie in the sky. Number 2, the spread of technology, the limitations of cameras. Number 4, the cost of cameras. Number 5, robots solving serious crimes. 6, lack of conclusive evidence. Cars and cameras, advantages and disadvantages, and natural progression. And the last one, 10, a feeling of safety. Okay, so for paragraph B, which one would you choose is the best suitable heading?
I mean, like, I guess paragraph B, the cost of cameras.
B, the cost of cameras. Okay. So you would say, so let's have a look at B. Why would you say the cost of cameras?
I don't remember them clearly. It's reported some evidences or so.
Okay, so this is B.
Oh, so I guess it's not.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let me help you with this, Jenny. I am going to, let me just see here. Maybe I'm going to type this and then I'm going to move to the, so 1. Okay, so let's do 1. The spy in the sky. So I'm going to take these words up and then you're going to tell me which one is the best suited. The spread of technology. For the cost cameras. 5. Six. Pausing cameras. 8. Okay, there we go. So I typed it now. I'm going to move this. Let's do this. There we go. Can you still see the word the labels?
I mean, I can still see it.
Okay, I'm going to do this. There we go. Okay, let's do that. Okay, This is the best I can do. So for B, which one would you choose?
A feeling of safety.
A feeling of safety. What about they say here, British also report to have more than 4 million CCTV closed-circuit television cameras. There is a continuing debate about the effectiveness. Okay? Some evidence, okay, suggests that it is helpful reducing shoplifting and crime. It has also been used to successfully identify terrorists and murderers. However, many claim that better lighting is just effective to prevent crime, and then the cameras could displace crime. An internal police report said that only one crime was solved for every 1,000 cameras in London 2007. In short, there is a conflicting evidence about the effectiveness. Okay?
So 6.
So which one would you say?
6.
6, yes. Lack of conclusive evidence. Okay. Now we have determined that one. What about C? Which one would you say is C?
A feeling of safety.
So what are they talking about?
He is talking about how they're talking about cameras. He said that they did often help, but often also not being watched.
Yeah, so what does that mean? If they sometimes help, but they don't really help, that means that they are quite limited.
So the cost of cameras.
So if they can only do certain things and they can't do other things that we wanted to do, then they are what?
The limitations of cameras.
The limitations of cameras, yes, because they are limited to doing only certain things. Okay? And then let's have a look at C. Let me just do this one. D. Okay, there we go. So which one would you say is D?
The spy in the sky.
No, not the spy in the sky.
They're talking about a new invention, though.
So police are considering using more technology.
Cars and cameras.
The spread of technology. Police are considering using more technology. That's going to be the spread of technology, because police forces have recently begun experimenting with cameras and their helmets. The footage will be stored in police cameras along the. So it's the spread, the use of technology everywhere. Okay. So let's have a look at the next one, passage E. Which one would you say is the correct answer here?
Is the spy in the sky?
Yes, that's definitely the spy in the sky. Yes. A toy-sized remote control craft hovers over the street of crowds and fields. Yes. And what about passage F?
Advantage and disadvantage.
Which one?
Advantage and disadvantage.
Yes, well done, Jenny. That was excellent. Any questions on any of these? Do you know why we chose those specific headings?
Yeah.
Okay, that is good. Okay, so now that we have completed this, okay, so that was the last part. No, not the last part. Okay, now for question 3 to 35, choose the appropriate letters A to D to finish 33 to 35. Britain has already got A, 4 million CCTV cameras, B, more data about DNA than any other country, the most sophisticated crime fighting technology, or D, access to the genetic data of 1 in 14 people living in Britain. Okay? So which one would you say? Is it A, B, C, or D?
C.
So you said the first one is D.
I mean C.
D or B?
C. D then?
It's gonna be B, more data about DNA than any other country, because in Britain, we've already got the world's biggest DNA database. Okay, so that is the correct one. Now, Professor Price, okay, A, works at the University of Manchester. B, studies car-related crime. C, is concerned about the negative impact of the use of CCTV. D, feels that some marketing departments lie about the crime-reducing benefits of CCTV. So which one do you think, Professor? Do you want to read again from the passage?
I think it's C.
It is C, yes. Is concerned about the negative impact of. Well done, Jenny. Then the micro drone is A, type of toy in the shape of a plane. B, being used by the Metropolitan Police. C, being used by the government. Or D, able to film in the dark.
D.
Which one?
D.
D. Yes. Able to film in the dark. Well done, Jenny. That was excellent. Now, using no more than 3 words from the passage, answer the following questions. Give examples of 2 events where technology is used to watch crowds. Okay? Give 2. Yeah.
I guess the parks.
Okay. Do you want to have a look at it again, the passage?
Wait, I have to go to the passage?
Yes. Okay, reading passage 3 because we are answering questions about passage 3. Okay? So the first one is rock concerts, but then there's another one. So the first one is rock concerts, and then I spoke about something else.
City.
Football. Okay? So the football. And then the next one, according to the passage, who do we not want to use the micro drone? Who don't we want to use the micro drone?
The Marseille police. But they didn't say it.
Okay, so the first one is rock concerts, and then the next one, according to the passage, who do we not want to use the micro drone?
But they didn't say it.
Who don't we want to use the micro drone? The micro drone. Let me just go to this one. So that's not the recognition. Yeah.
They didn't say the person we didn't want.
So the microdrone has already been used to monitor rock festivals, okay, and soccer, the serious organized crime agency. The drones are small enough to be unnoticed by people on the ground when they are flying. 50, it contains high-resolution video surveillance equipment and infrared night vision capability. So even the darkness it can give operators, yeah. Okay, and then the worrying thing is who will get access to this technology? So who do they don't want access to this technology?
Well, I just already said in the beginning that someone says that people. Which hopefully will prevent private security firms
from getting their hands on this technology. So they don't want any private security firms to get their hands on it. Okay. Now, moving on to the next part. Okay. Do the following statements agree with the views of the writer in reading passage 3? Write yes if the statement agrees with the writer, no if the statement contradicts, and not given if it's impossible to know what the writer point of view is. So, number 38, can you read 38 for us?
The British authorities use too much technology to monitor the citizen.
Does it agree with the writer's view or not? Or is it not given?
Yes. Or not given.
It's not given, yes. Because the author comments on the fact that the Britain uses a lot of technology to fight crime, that technology is improving and that the police needs it these days. But it does not say anything about whether the amount used is right or not. Okay? Then number 39, micro drone is currently not used to check drivers.
Not given.
Yes, well done. And then lastly, technology should not be used to check on people's private affairs.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well done, Jenny. That was really good. Okay, so now that we have finished that, we are going to recap some of the other words that we have done previously. Okay, so now we have concluded the exam part. There we go. The practical exam. So I'm going to go back to this one. Okay, so vocabulary. So number 1 to number 8, you remember those? Can you match the pictures number 1 to 8 with the words A to H?
Number 1 is probably a cottage. Number 2 is a sleeper train. Wait, no. Sleeper train is number 7, and the PMD parkings is, well, A, number 8. 6 is the caravan park. And
A caravan park, yes.
2 is a youth hostel. 3 is a campsite. 4 is a resort.
Resort.
Number 5 is a stately home. That's it.
6.
Number 6 is Caravan Park.
Caravan park.
Yeah.
Okay. And number 7.
Is sleeper train.
It's a sleeper train, yes. And number 8.
B&B accommodation.
Yes, well done, Jenny. That was really good. Okay. So moving on to the next part. So also with some vocabulary, what we have done last time. Yeah. Okay, so once again, can you match the pictures number 1 to 4 with the words A to D?
Number 1 is a village. Wait, a village ruins 4. 1 is bunting.
A bunting.
And
Okay.
2 is a cream tea, and 3 is an allotment.
So bunting is for example, it can be a small bird as well. But it is basically a decorative flag.
Okay.
Yes. So 1 is bunting, yes. Number 2 is definitely a cream tea. Number 3.
An allotment.
An allotment. And number 4.
A village green.
Excellent. Okay, now we have the words here: a neighborhood, a community, a club, an association, a group, and an organization. Can you match number 1 to 6 with A to F?
Number 1 is F. Number 2 is E. Number 3 is D. Number 4 is later. 5 is B, and 6 is A. 4 is SD.
So you say number 1 is?
F.
What did you say? Your answer for number 1, a neighborhood is?
Is F.
F, one of the parts of a town where people live. Okay. Yeah. Number 2, a community
is E.
A number of people is B. A number of people or things which are together in one place and at one time.
No.
Sorry, my bad. All the people who live in a particular area or place. There you go. That's a community.
Oh. I thought.
Okay.
Oh.
A club. What did you say for number 3?
E.
An organization of people with the same, they've got a similar interest. So if you do like the sports club or anything, so they've got particular interest in activities that they usually do on a regular basis, like paddles, playing paddle or badminton. That can be people form a club because they've got similar interests. Okay. An association.
D. E.
E, an official group of people who have the same occupation, okay, aim or interest, an association. For example, the Doctors Association, because everybody who's doctors, they are forming part of that group, okay? And then number 5, a group.
I guess B.
Yes, a number of people or things which are together in one place at one time. And then what about the last one, an organization?
C. No. E.
D, an official group of people. For example, a political party, a business, a charity, or a club. That's an organization. Any questions so far, Jenny?
No.
Okay. Now we're gonna complete this one, just this paragraph. Okay, the passage with associations. Okay, bunting, communities, green tea, green, groups, neighbor, and plumber. So can you read for us the passage and choose which one, number A to F, is going to be number 1 to 8?
The Big Lunch is an initiative that aims to bring neighbors and groups together by stringing up buntings and sharing plates of sandwich and a cream tea. More than 7,200 people have been busy setting up big lunches across the UK. One of these events being organized in the village of Wolvercote, 3 miles from Oxford, on the communities, and they are expecting 300 people. We want to create a chance for people to meet their immediate association.
Okay, so you say association.
And we also want to mix up the different so mix up on the different groups mix up the different groups in the area. It's all about getting people to shop locally and less join such as allotment bunting. Bunting? No, I already got that.
It's okay. Move on to the next one.
Says the organizer, selling homegrown. Says the organizer, planned events include face painting and composing classes, and there will be start selling homegrown food and other flowers campaign. Big lunch can be beneficial in other ways too. It's a great way to find reputable plumbers, mechanics, such as allotment neighbors.
Yes, so that is correct. Plumbers, okay. That. What did you say for number 1?
No, 7.
So number 1, so your neighbors and what together by. So the aim is neighbors and
groups.
Okay.
Communities.
Communities, yes. Okay. And what did you say for number 2?
I guess bunting.
Bunting, yes. Excellent. And then number 3?
Cream tea.
Cream tea, well done. And then for number 4?
Neighbor. Association or groups.
So green. So what does it mean on the green?
I forgot.
Okay, so on the green, it means that one of these events is being organized in the village of Wolvercote, 3 miles from Oxford, on the green, on the grass. And they are expecting 300 people. Okay. And then what did you say for number 5?
Immediate association. Neighbor.
Neighbor, yes. Neighbor. Okay, and then for number 6?
Groups.
Yes, because different groups in the area. Well done. And then for number 7?
Association.
Associations. Yes, there we go. Any questions on any of these words, Jenny?
No.
Okay, do we understand them? Do you know what they mean?
Yeah.
Are there any of these words you would like me to explain or elaborate on?
No, that's it.
Perfect. Okay, so these are the words we have done previously. Once again, now just briefly look at the diagram and put the words A to G in order of size. 1 to 7 starting the smallest place. So we have a city, country, county, house, neighborhood, street, and suburb. So which one? Okay, so we're starting with the smallest. Which one is the smallest, number 1?
I guess the house.
The house. Yes, well done. Number 2?
The street.
The street. Perfect. Number 3?
The suburb or the neighborhood.
The neighborhood, because the neighborhood is smaller than a suburb. Okay. Then the next one, number 4.
The suburb on.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Number 5.
The city.
City. Yes. Number 6.
The county.
The county, and then the last one, number 7.
Country.
The country. Well done. Any questions that you would like me to explain any of these meanings?
And the suburb and the county.
A suburb, okay. So you have, when you have a neighborhood, like in your neighborhood, your street, okay. But a suburb is a few streets, okay. And then we have a a county. That means is a different, it's like a district, okay. We have in America we have like 27 counties, okay. So we've got a count. I want to use it now as a. It is a county. Is like, for example, there are 3 counties in one country.
Okay.
Okay, so it's so small. It's bigger than a neighborhood, okay, and a suburb, but it is smaller than a country because a country is very big. Because Asia is like, you get Russia as a country, Asia as a country. Okay. Any questions so far, Jenny?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to give the feedback to the platform on your practical test done, and then I'll see you on Sunday, Jenny.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, Jenny. Have a great day.
Bye.